Hello and welcome to my NFL Wildcard Weekend reactions, not predictions. But first, I would just like to say thank you guys so much for watching these videos. I love seeing the numbers go up. It's honestly ridiculous to me that I think 3 or 4 of them, I'm positive it's 3, I don't know about 4, have 100 plus views. I've gained 4 subscribers since I started doing this. I wasn't expecting to get any. I was just kind of doing it for fun for me. But now that that's out of the way, let's get right to the first game. The first game of the week saw the Los Angeles Rams barely getting by the Panthers. So this was not the game that I thought it was going to be. I thought Stafford was going to go out there and ball out, which, albeit he did. He did have 300 yards and 3 touchdowns, did throw a pick, but I thought this game was going to be a lot further apart. I thought the Rams defense was going to play a lot better. But they still came out with a win. But, I'm just shocked that the Panthers put up that many points. But let's just look at the stats for the Rams now, because I am a box score enjoyer, a CBSE for you MMG watchers. And I'm just looking at the stats here for the Rams. We had Matthew Stafford going 24 for 42, 304, 3 touchdowns, a pick, and a sack. The rushing was led by Kyren Williams, but the touchdown went to Puka Nacua. He also got one in the air off of 10 receptions for 111 yards, and the 2 other ones went to Colby Parkinson and Kyren Williams. So mainly, if you were a running back for the Rams today, you were a receiver. The defense sacked Bryce Young 2 times and picked him off once, as the defense was led by Cameron Curl with 5 tackles, which is amazing. And Harrison Mevis got 10 points with his leg. So now we got to take a look at the Panthers, because I honestly don't know what happened, because this is just a standard Bryce Young game to me. 21 for 40, not a great completion percentage, but put up 264 yards, a touchdown, had a pick. The rushing game for Carolina was what really carried them. Chuba Hubbard got 13 carries for 46 yards and 2 touchdowns, which is absurd. Bryce Young also punched in a rushing touchdown that I thought was really nice. The singular receiving touchdown of the day went to Jalen Coker, who is an absolute GOAT in Ultimate Team for me, and also got 134 yards. The defense got to Stafford once and also picked him off once, as their kicker, Ryan Fitzgerald, kicked them 7 points. So I think that Bryce Young should still be their guy. I mean, the Rams kind of just... the Panthers did heat up in the end. The Rams kind of blew the lead that they had. They shouldn't have let up the 14 points they did in the second. But I think Carolina really needs to stick with Bryce Young, because he's not the problem there. He just doesn't have a team that's good enough to support him. And next, we had the Chicago Bears beating the Green Bay Packers after they put up 25 points in the fourth quarter, which is a historic choke job from the Green Bay Packers and Matt LaFleur, because don't forget that I struggled through that one, that LaFleur was on the sideline when 28-3 happened, and they had a 21-3 lead. So I think LaFleur may just be the choke artist of all time. But taking a look at the Packers now, we have Jordan Love going 24 for 46, 323, and 4 touchdowns. It is very easy to say that this loss is not Jordan Love's fault. The rushing game obviously wasn't going to do a ton when your quarterback is playing like that. And no player on their team got more than 1 touchdown. Romeo Doubs got 1 and 124 yards. Golden got 1, which is great to see. I just wish that he would have done this when fantasy was going, because I drafted him. But he got 84 yards. Jaden Reed got 43 yards and a touchdown. And Christian Watson got 36 yards and a touchdown. The defense sacked Caleb Williams once, picked him off twice, and forced 1 fumble. But from the looks of it, they did not recover it. And then Brandon McManus. We got to have a talk about Brandon McManus. What happened, man? You missed 2 field goals? As an NFL kicker, you missed 2 field goals. Unbelievable. But, as long as he knows the weight of missing those 2 field goals literally lost them this game, then I guess it is what it is. But now I think we got to take a look at the Chicago Bears and Caleb Williams specifically, where he put up a beautiful absolutely beautiful comeback. He did go 24 for 48, having a 50% completion percentage, but 361 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks, and a sack. That is not a great stat line. The 2 picks aren't great. Everything else is perfect. The rushing game was led by DeAndre Swift, who did punch in a touchdown, and Colston Loveland led the team, the tight end. I love this guy. He did get 137 yards. One of the touchdowns went to DJ Moore and 64 yards for him. And Olamide Zacchaeus, I hope I'm saying that right. I'm probably not. His only reception was the touchdown, so that's a cool stat to have. The defense got to Jordan Love once, did not pick him off, but did force 2 fumbles where they didn't recover any of them. And their kicker, Carrios Santos, did kick them 11 very needed points. Honestly, I'm so mad at myself. I turned this game off. I had it on, I was watching it, and then I saw the Packers go up 21-3, and I turned it off because I don't think anybody was expecting the Bears to put up 25 points in the fourth quarter, but they did, and that's why they're moving on. So let's just get to the next game. The next game had the Buffalo Bills winning their first road game in like 30-something years. So Josh Allen is in fact that guy. The Jags literally said that they were trying to hurt him. I don't know if that was taken out of context, but they literally said that they were trying to hurt him. And Josh Allen still put up nearly 300 yards and a touchdown on him, and 2 on the ground. But Josh Allen went 28 for 35, 273, and 1. James Cook did lead in rushing, but Josh Allen took the 2 rushing touchdowns from him. Khalil Shakir led the team in receiving, while Dalton Kincaid got the only receiving touchdown. The defense got to Trevor Lawrence 1 time and picked him off twice, and one of these touchdowns was genuinely one of the worst interceptions I think I've ever seen. Like, it's so bad to the point that it's something that I would do in Madden. And when I was watching this game, I literally thought in the back of my head, I'm like, oh, this is going to be a pick because the linebacker dropped back, and it was a pick, and I called it. I knew it. I'm just that smart. But you also have to give props to Matt Prater, who literally just came off of an injury and kicked them 9 points to win them the game. So all props to this dude. He's amazing. And now just taking a look at the Jags here, we have Trevor Lawrence going 18 for 30, 207, 3 touchdowns and 2 picks. Travis Etienne led the team in rushing with 67 rushing yards, and Parker Washington, Travis Etienne Jr., and Brian Thomas Jr. all got their respective touchdowns, which is really cool to see, because as cool as it is to see one guy get 3 touchdowns, it's also really neat to see just the quarterback kind of spreading the ball out. But the Jaguars defense got to Josh Allen once and didn't do anything else. They did pressure him a ton. They hurt him. To me, it seemed like he kept going in that blue tent, which was terrifying to see because you never want to see a quarterback get injured. But Cam Little did miss them a field goal that obviously would have wound up tying this game. Which was crazy to see from a dude that has literally made a 68-yard field goal, missed one that I think was around the 50-yard mark. I don't think it's entirely his fault that they lost this game because there's zero way to tell if, you need those 3 points. Do I think he should have hit it? Yes. But he didn't, and that's why the Bills are going to the divisional round and not the Jags. But let's take a look at the next game. And now we have the 49ers upsetting the Eagles in a game that I did not think was going to end this way. Purdy had a great game, at least looking from the box score. I was paying attention to this game a little bit. I spaced out, played Madden, and then the Niners won, so I really don't have much to say. Purdy seemed like he had an alright game. He threw 2 picks. It's never good to throw more than one. It's never good to throw one, but like if you're gonna only throw one. Juwan Jennings had that beautiful touchdown pass that he did get flattened for. Christian McCaffrey led the team in rushing, no surprise there. Demarcus Robinson, though, absolute GOAT, putting up 6 receptions for 111 yards and a touchdown. CMC got his work done in the air, though, with 2 touchdowns off of 6 receptions. The defense did get to Hurts 1 time. They didn't do much else, though, because they let up 19 points. But, I think that the Eagles were hindered by their play calling. But I'll get to that when I talk about them. But Eddie Pinheiro did kick them 5 very needed points. But now, talking about the Eagles, Jalen Hurts had a terrible game. I have nothing else to say. Saquon Barkley's still that guy. That still needs to be said. He's still that guy. He just had an off year because the coordinator literally got fired today, and so did Mike Tomlin. But yes, Saquon's still that guy. It's just that the play calling this year was historically bad. The only receiving touchdown went to Goddard, and the defense picked. Oh wow, I didn't know it was the same dude picking off Purdy twice, but it was. And then Jalen Carter got a sack. But that's cool. Quinyon Mitchell having a day with 2 picks and a forced fumble, which is amazing. And Jake Elliott kicking them 5 points or 7 points. Where did I get 5 from? I don't know. But Kevin Patullo's gone, so all the Eagles fans can rejoice as this chapter is finally over. I mean, the Patriots won. You know, you love to see it. This game was so boring to watch. I watched all of it. I just got to highlight a couple things. I'm not going to go through the stats just because there's literally nothing to look at on the Chargers. The Chargers O-line was literally the worst ever, in my opinion, and on the stat sheet. But you cannot only attribute it to that. Herbert had a terrible game. There's no other way to put it. He was not making good passes, and when he was making passes, they were wide open. So it's just like if I was in that situation, I could have done it. But Herbert had a terrible game. He led the team in rushing. Receiving was non-existent. Odafe Owe, though. I have a personal beef with this guy now. He sacked Drake May 3 times. He did. And he also got 2 forced fumbles. They picked off Drake May once. That wasn't his fault. It was a tip drill. But they did sack him 5 times. Odafe Owe, though, I don't like him. But Cameron Dicker did kick them their only points in this game. And now looking at the Patriots, Drake May having a Drake May kind of game. 268 and 1. Efton Chisholm trying the pass that also went right over Brady's head. May did lead the team in rushing as Ramondre Stevenson led it in receiving, but Hunter Henry got the singular receiving touchdown of the day that, I might add, was a beautiful pass from Drake May. The defense did get to Justin Herbert 6 times, which, amazing. It was Milton Williams having a historic game, and Chasen, or Clavion Chasen, also getting 2 sacks. So they both had a 2-sack kind of day, which is awesome to see. And Jennings and Jones also got a couple. But really the highlight is Borregales kicking more than 3 times the Chargers' total points. And now we have the Texans literally ending Aaron Rodgers' career, which is, I think, what I exactly said. I'm scared to play this Texans team, but taking a look at their stats now, CJ Stroud, honestly, kind of overrated in my opinion. 250 and 1 and a touchdown. He played terribly when I was watching this. I didn't watch the entire thing. I know they literally put up 27 points in the 4th quarter, which is crazy to think that that's not the most amount of points that was put up in the 4th quarter. But as it seems, there were pick 6 and a big man touchdown. But Christian Kirk definitely was lighting up the Pittsburgh defense because he was the only one that was pretty much doing anything. As it seems, Kalen Bullock did get the pick 6, and they forced a fumble twice, recovering one of them once. And Kayemi Fairbairn kicked them 6 points, which was the exact same as the entire Steelers team did have. And now taking a look at Aaron Rodgers, I hate to see it. I hate to say it, but his last touchdown, or his last touchdown pass may have gone to the wrong team. His last NFL pass may have been a pick 6. This was a historic Rodgers terrible game. Not entirely his fault. His receivers are washed. DK's washed. MVS is washed. Thielen's washed. But yeah, I there's nothing much else to say. They picked off Stroud once. They forced a couple fumbles, but sacked him a couple times too. But Boswell kicking 6 points, going 2 for 2. Just sucks to see one of the greatest of all time go out like this. And who knows, maybe he won't retire. But I don't think he should, because ending your career on a pick 6 would certainly not be a great way to go out. But that is going to do it for today's reaction video. Sorry that there wasn't a video yesterday. I just had a bunch going on. And it should be tomorrow's video. That is either my predictions or a Madden video. I haven't really decided that yet. But I would like to thank you guys again for watching, like, and subscribe. This is going so much better than I thought it would. But also, one thing I forgot to mention. The Steelers did fire Harbaugh. Nope, that's not right. The Steelers fired Tomlin. They're gonna get Harbaugh. That's my prediction. Harbaugh's either going to Miami, the Giants, or the Steelers. All right, see you.